Hey y'all, so I thought I'd jump on here and say hi to everybody. Today's been a long day. I just took my second shower of the day. Heat index got up to over 100 degrees where I'm at. And I've been literally cleaning. I have OCD. I dusted that shelf. And I'm still not done cleaning my room. As you can tell, I'm limping because of my leg. MRI is tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. But I also swapped my beds. Like I said, I'm still in the process of cleaning. I got my mom's blanket in here with me. I need to go get more hangers, honestly. But, my MRI's tomorrow. I so can't wait. My leg. My leg hurts so freaking bad. And if you all are curious, I am on a phone while I'm videotaping this. So, I do apologize. But yeah, this is what my leg looks like. They're worried about here. That's all swollen compared to my other knee. You can see. It sucks, you guys. Like, look at that. That's the comparison right here. They're worried about right here and right here. There's a big hump right here when I flex. And then my feet. That's how bad my feet look compared. I don't have an ankle. I have a kinkle. I have no ankle bone. I don't know. I'm horrible at this, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so computer illiterate. So, MRI tomorrow. I swapped beds. I got a memory foam bed now. Hopefully I can sleep a lot better. I did some cleaning in my tent today too. I'm extremely tired. Extremely tired. And I'm still not done. I still have clothes to put away. I have hangers to go. I got to get me some hangers. I gotta get a lot of stuff for myself. But this is what's going on with me. Hopefully soon I'll have an answer on what's going on with my knee and my ankle, my foot. I wish I still had the picture of, or I still wish I had the shoes so that way I can show you guys the shoes. Like, I hit so hard. A lady at the other place that I hang out at, she literally was telling me that she wanted to video clip the video of me falling and actually putting the song Wipeout with it because I wiped out. I was in a pair of the canvas shoes that are like $5 from Walmart, the female ones that have no tread or anything like that. And you'll have to excuse me, you guys. I'm gonna be cleaning out my ears while I do this video. But anyway, this girl, she told me that she was going to video clip the fall that I was in and kind of hiding my identity with the facial stuff or emojis. But she never did because of confidentiality. But she saw the fall and she told me, she was like, that was a total wipeout. Like, seriously, total wipeout. The shoelace holes of my shoes, I almost tore out of my left shoe, and my right shoe I almost tore out 2 of the holes of my right shoe. So this is the reason why I haven't really gone anywhere. I will be posting up pictures of where I was to now. So just keep in mind that I am trying to do the best I can. And I do thank you to all the ones. I really do appreciate all the ones that have been there for me through thick and thin. I call them my brothers, my sisters. Some of them didn't like me at first, but they finally figured out that, I'm me. I do me. I don't need a man. I want a man to share my happiness with. I go to my music therapy. I do music therapy a lot, and I listen to everybody else's music because the beat keeps me pushing forward. Like, you guys don't understand. There's days where I want to be gangster. There's days that I just want to mellow out. There's days that I want to be an outlaw. It all depends on my mood, honestly. But the one thing that I do appreciate from the music world is them actually making me feel comfortable of speaking. Like, just because I'm on this side and they're on that side, I feel comfortable on speaking about my life. I was told that I have a voice of a story, and I will share my story. It hurts still because I'm an 80s kid. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, and the one thing that I never felt was that I mattered. And when I was helping my first grade teacher, with the VCR when they first came out with The Little Mermaid, she touched my arm and was like, "I'll never forget you," and it was like, "You matter to me" touch. And me and her were pen pals all the way up until I was probably about 12, 13, until she died. She had one more year when I was in first grade, and she was retiring. But when she touched my arm, it was a touch that I never felt before. Not even through the 3 marriages that I've been through or anything. Like, I've never felt this touch before. And that's what I long for, is that touch. That touch that Jesus gave Mary Magdalene when he kissed her on the forehead and pretty much told her, "You matter. Everybody matters. You matter, I matter. The people in the music industry matters." And the reason why I keep going to the same lyrics is because there's so much meaning behind the lyrics. And there's only certain parts of the song that I like. Not really, I can't say that those are like the main points of the song, but it brings out what I am trying to say. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I did it. But, everybody told me that I have a secret language underneath of a language when I post my stories, and I never really knew what they meant until I, reflected on it. And I did. I do. So it's kind of crazy, I am a visual learner. I am a visionary. I see too much with knowing little. I didn't know that me and the music industry was connected inside my brain. At a very young age, I was told that I had to find my beat. Well, the reason why I had to find my beat within the music industry is to keep pushing me forward. And a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are nonverbal people. They can't express themselves because they don't know the right words. They don't know how to express the emotion. So they find a song and they share the song to whoever they're talking with. And when the people are listening to the song, they have selective hearing. You know, everybody has selective hearing. I admit it, I have selective hearing. I have to actually record lessons or lectures or something like that in order to go back and uh, redo my lecture, re-listen to my lectures. But my ex-husband, my third husband, told my kids, you know, that I knew everything. You can't lie to me. You can't do this. You can't do that, because I always find out. I guess I'm better than a detective. I don't know. But I find it out. I find out a lot of stuff. And it's not only from the internet. It's my life experience is what I see, what I've been through, you know, and I'm really happy, I'm really glad that I'm actually able to share my story, um, and feeling comfortable to share my story. DCFS has deemed me crazy, everybody has deemed me crazy, you know, and it's like, dude, you don't get it, do you? You know, all these kids in the educational field, in the regular ed, and the parents don't understand what's wrong with their child, but they see something that's wrong with them. And they can't speak up and say, hey, there's something wrong with my child. Like, I remember going to my mom in second, third grade with a long division worksheet, you know, and she looked at me, she was like, I don't know how to do that shit. Get the fuck out of my face, you know? And she threw my paper at me. And that was the time that I was like, well, if my education doesn't matter to my mom or my, you know, my dad was a drunk. He was always drunk. I only remember bits and pieces of him. Let's put it that way. But anyway, that was the day that I was like, well, if my education doesn't matter to my mom, then why would it matter to anybody else, you know? And I even had an educator come to me when I was a janitor at at a junior high school. High school. He looked at me and he was like, "Hey, you know, I have a student in my class, and he's having a rough time. You know, I can tell, I can sense it. You know." He was like, I went to the student and told him, he was like, "Your education matters to me." You know, and he goes, "I want your perspective on it." And I looked at him, I said, why does my education matter to you when it doesn't even matter to my parents? You know? And it kind of woke him up, you know? And there's so many kids out there and that are feeling the same way I do. Why doesn't my education matter to anybody? I want to be successful. You gotta have an education in order to be successful, because you gotta have the vocabulary to express yourself, to push forward, to let people know what you need, you know. There's so many languages out there that a lot of people don't understand. Like, I tell everybody, not everybody speaks the same language. Lawyers have their own language, police officers have their own language, military has their own language, educators, they have their own language, you know. But when it comes to poverty, poverty actually only has a fourth grade level of education. Why is that? Because we don't recall the information. I was taught an adult brain holds anywhere between 5 to 7 pieces of information in 1 hour. Can you imagine what a little girl or a little boy in school for an hour in one class can hold? I was a daycare worker for about a year. I went to different daycares trying to find my home, you know. And every daycare that I worked at, I was in there for 2-year-olds. And every time I worked at a daycare, they told me that I would do too much. And here I am trying to teach 2-year-olds how to write, you know. They want to be, they want to learn, they want to do this stuff, you know. And with slower learners, it's easier to teach them before than after. Like, you're setting 2-year-olds up to be 3-year-olds. 3-year-olds are getting ready to go to kindergarten. They're going to need to learn how to write. They're going to need to learn how to sign their name. Like, everything. Everybody's like, oh, we don't have time in educational field to do this, that, and the other. Slow down. Like, seriously, slow down in the educational field. I cannot express that enough. Slow down. I know you guys are trapped for time and this, that, and the other, but you guys rush through too much. Like, seriously, rush too much. Anywho, that's just part of what I have to say about, and people wonder, you know, when Jesus was growing up, he had a village. He had his environment to teach him. Our village is within the educational system. They are trying to, us parents are sending our children to school, to this educational system. For them, for the teachers, for the educators, to actually teach our kids to be successful. But not every educator has came from poverty and do not understand that poverty people, black, white, orange, turquoise, Asian, you know, Mexican, whatever, we all have that 4th grade level of education because we never recalled the other information. So that's what I have to say. Deuces.